2022. This fucking disaster of a year is finally almost over. Although, we did get batches 2 and 3 this year, although at the time of recording, batch 3 is not out. But I figured that today I'd do a JoJo advent calendar, which is based on Stone Ocean, batches 1 and 2, because who knows what they're gonna do for batch 3, I mean, are they gonna replace Mickey Mouse with Bugs Bunny? To be honest, they probably are. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get into it. So there's 24 days, obviously, and either you guys can just watch the entirety of this video in one sitting, or you could just watch a little bit of it day by day throughout December. Anyway, let's begin. Now, for day number 1, I figured I'd have the main character for Stone Ocean, Jolene. Now, I did decide to do a custom torso for her, because I finally figured out how to do custom printing. I think it came out alright, which, by the way, the reason why it's dark red is because this is supposed to be a Christmas variant. I know, I'm very creative. Unfortunately, something off is going on with the printing if you look closely. But aside from that, this is basically, how I want Jolene to look from now on, except she's gonna be black instead of red. So yeah. For day number 2, I have Stone Free as Christmas lights, because I just think it works really well. Like, you know, Stone Free is all about string and that, so why not turn Stone Free into Christmas lights? It is basically just a long blue Spider-Man web piece, with some Christmas detailing added onto it. In retrospect, I kinda wish I added a bit of green on there just to, you know, symbolize the glasses, but I still think this looks good. For day 3, we have the piano that Weather Report sleeps in. Now, unfortunately, Weather Report is not in this advent calendar because there are just some characters that I either really wanted to include that I couldn't include in other sets, or there are just characters that I just think are a little more important. Anyway, this is a really simple build, and you can open and close the thing. I'm not good with pianos, I'm sorry. For day 4, we have Emporio. He has a different torso from the CMF series just because I think they took that off Mega Bricks, and I think this one works a little better. With some of these figures, some of them have custom prints, others don't, just because I just feel like some characters kind of need it a bit more, and other times I'm just too lazy. But I do think this torso works better than the previous one. Aside from that, he's basically the same one as from the CMF series. For day number 5, I have a bit of sports equipment. So I have a rack with 2 baseball bats, and I also have a chest with 2 baseball gloves and a baseball itself. So you can recreate the scene where Jolene and Foo Fighters play catch, and Mirashon's not in this advent calendar though, so you can't really complete it. Speaking of Foo Fighters, for day 6, we have Foo Fighters Stand, which is, well, they're literally the same thing. This is a brick build, and I'm really happy with how this came out. The 2 eyes are prints, which is pretty obvious. And yeah, the base is mainly built around a Nexonite body piece. I don't know if those pieces are still available, but I mean, let's just say they are. Or they could just bring back the mold, so yeah. Anyway, I'm really happy with how this came out. For day number 7, we're at the entrance for burning down the house. This is very simple, it's basically just a wall with a Christmas wreath on it, but you can open it up so you can slide figures through, as if they're entering, burning down the house. For day number 8, we have some of Emporio's belongings. So we have his computer, complete with a keyboard and a mouse, and we also have a small table with some chocolate and some orange juice. Which basically is a reference to when he was explaining the ghost objects. For number 9, we have a small record player, and although there's no printing on it, because unfortunately this is one of those pieces that you just can't print with on Mega Bricks, this one is intended to be a stand disc, so yeah. How'd they even work? Would they like play the music references, but Star Platinum doesn't have a music reference? Best not to overthink it. For day number 10, this is the place where inmates can go get some food. So we have a small table build with a giant turkey and some cookies and cakes and that on it. It's very simple. Although, there are some clips at the back so you can connect it to something else, which we'll get to tomorrow. And tomorrow has come, aka day 11, and this is a continuation of the food stand vendor thing. Which, unfortunately, because of the lighting, you can't really see it, but there are 2 croissants in there, and they're covered by a special case. And yes, this can connect to the previous model from the previous day, so you can make a larger thing to, you know, get food from. For day number 12, we just have a small lunch table. There's nothing really special going on here, but there are a few snowballs, a bit of dessert, and a hot dog as well. Now this is where things start to get a bit more into batch 2. So, first of all, we have Anasui for day 13, and again, here's a custom torso print. And I also did give him a brand new hair hat combo. I know that advent calendars don't really have new molds, but I could just use this figure in a different custom set in the future, so yeah. Anyway, I'm really happy with how it came out. Also, I forgot to mention this with Jolene, but I did decide to give them the fist pieces because I can't really include 2 minifigures per day, representing a stand, so I just did the fists like I usually do with CMF series, so yeah. In normal sets, I would give them Diver Down, to accompany them. For day 14, I can't remember this bitch's actual name, so I'm just gonna do the localized name, Mew Mew. Anyway, this is a brand new character they haven't made yet, and she is from batch 2. And she's pretty simple, no custom prints with her. For accessories, with Jailhouse Lock, you can't really give Jailhouse Lock fists because the stand doesn't have any. So instead I gave it the spikes. Do stands even have genders? I don't know, honestly. But yeah, 2 spikes instead of fists. And we're going a little bit back to batch 1, and here we have the prison bars. Now, I guess this could represent 2 things. One, the cell that Jolene shares with Gwes, forgot her name for a second. Or this could just represent, the cell from around the Mew Mew fight. But yeah, this is really simple. I did use some of those Monkey Kid staff pieces though. For day 16, we have Gwes's desk. She's not on this calendar either, but, I wanted to include either really important characters or just new characters altogether that I wouldn't include anywhere else. And of course, Gwes was in the big Green Dolphin Street Prison set, which if you haven't seen that video, I recommend you check it out. Anyway, this one has a red coffee mug, a book, and that yellow thing on the table is supposed to represent a box of crackers for Gwes's bird friend. For day 17, we just have some bunk beds. This is a very simple build, although the pillows are not attached by any studs because it's impossible to do so, and I did still want to have the ability to put figures on the bed. For day 18, we have Savage Garden. That's his name. And this is basically, the bird from the ending of batch 1. This is a very simple build. It doesn't really look like a pigeon, but this is brick built. And of course, this does have JoJo's stand disc, and a clear stand as well, so yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how this came out. For day 19, this is an extremely scaled down version of the courtyard from the very ending of batch 1. There's nothing special going on here except for the blue frogs, which is supposed to represent, how Weather Report just made a whole bunch of frogs rain down on the prison. For day 20, we have a Christmas tree, but this is based on one of the Green Babies creations, when all of the sinners got turned into trees. And I figured, hey, it's the perfect opportunity. This is a pretty basic tree build, but there are some Christmas lights at the top. And the reason why the star is purple is because it's supposed to reference the Joestar birthmark. I also have some teeth at the bottom to, represent that one really, the scene. For day 21, we have the green baby and its egg. Now, this is a lot bigger than it should be in universe, but I mean, this was the only thing I could do to actually fit the green baby inside. Which, by the way, the green baby is just, a baby in olive green. I couldn't give it a custom face or anything, because, I can't print there. With the actual egg itself, it's a mix between reddish brown and transparent black. Just so you could barely see the green baby in there, because that's how it was in universe. For day number 22, we have a few presents. Now, these presents are based on the main colour schemes of some of the characters, so the blue one is for Jolene, obviously, and that technique I basically just stole from I can't remember what advent calendar it was. It was either a Harry Potter one or a Lego City one. The purple one is obviously Hermes, and the black one is Foo Fighters, and that gold thing is supposed to represent the... I can't remember the name of it. It's like the ambulance something, where the piece of the arrow was and the photo of JoJo and his divorced wife. Now, for day 23, I wanted to have Poochie in his Christmas sweater, this isn't canon or anything, it's just, you know, something I wanted to do, like how they do it in Star Wars, but this came out terribly. Like, I don't know what happened to the printing, but it came out awful. So, here is the non-rendered version, and as you can see, it doesn't look as good, but at least the printing looks better. I don't know what happened to the final result, but yeah, I did decide to give him a brand new face, and he does have just cherries, so yeah, nothing really special going on here. And for day 24, we have Santa Jotaro. And this actual, I'm really happy with how it came out. It's based on Jotaro from part 6, obviously, with the legs. But I just think this is really awesome. Unfortunately, I couldn't do like the hair hat combo just because I don't know how to do that with the Santa hat piece. But for accessories, he has a fist for Star Platinum, and he also has a bag with that shard of the arrow, so yeah. And that is it for my custom JoJo Stone Ocean advent calendar. Sorry if this video felt a little bit rushed, it's just I gotta go somewhere in a minute. But yeah, I want to do something next year, maybe for Diamond is Unbreakable maybe? I have no idea, let's just see what happens. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. And Merry Christmas too.